and their actions are justified. By contrast, Palestinian spokespeople are often treated with suspicion. Their views and motives are questioned, even on national public radio, as happened this past Monday. The far greater violence done to Palestinians by Israel is consistently underreported and minimized. And studies have shown over many years that Israeli deaths are reported more often and in more detail than Palestinian deaths. This must change. People gathered here today, it's nothing new, but here's what I want to say to the American media. Hey, CBS News, people gathered here today, tell us, CBS News, how Israel and Egypt have blockaded Gaza by air, land, and sea since 2007. That would be 11 years.
11 years.
Making it the longest running humanitarian crisis on earth. Hey, Washington Post, tell us how Palestinians are imprisoned and their homes are demolished without due process of law. Hey, New York Times, tell us how people in the West Bank and Gaza enjoy none of the basic human rights that Americans take for granted. ABC News, tell us how blockades and endless checkpoints restrict commerce, making daily life an ordeal and prosperity an impossible dream. Hey, Cleveland Plain Dealer, call Israel-Palestine what it is, an apartheid state.
Yeah!
Hey, NBC News, tell us about the Nakba. 70 years ago this week, when 700,000 Palestinian Arabs fled or were driven from their homes by force of arms by those who established the state of Israel. This is what we now call ethnic cleansing. Tell us how hundreds of thousands settled in refugee camps after the Nakba, where their children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren still live today. Hey, NPR, you told us that on Monday, the anniversary of the Nakba, that 58 Palestinians were killed by Israeli defense forces. Tell us that those soldiers were under orders to shoot, to maim, and to kill. Tell us who the dead were. Tell us their names. Tell us about their families. Tell us about the loss their families suffered. Tell us about how they've suffered under the blockade of Gaza. Make this story real for all of us, for all Americans. Then we'll know how to do the right thing. It's time for the American news media to wake up. It's time Americans got a complete picture of what's going on in Palestine and Israel. It's time for Americans to stand up for human rights and democracy with absolutely no exceptions. Thank you very much.